Good evening, Jim Shepherd for Channel 10 Sports Division. Well, another big night because we've got another big rugby league match of the week coming your way. It's St George versus Canterbury Bankstown, played last Saturday at the Sydney Cricket Ground. And in the studio, another winner of our Channel 10 Daily Mirror Spot the Ball competition, Mrs Eileen Hobbs of Parramatta, who tonight is trying for a grand total of $4,700 in cash and prizes. That's $4,700 if she can select the lucky card which carries the number of the Holden Tirana. Well, unfortunately, Mrs Hobbs has a very bad dose of Asian flu, and I hope we can bring you some very happy news tonight, Mrs Hobbs. But if not, you've won $500 and you're well on the way to winning something else. And incidentally, throwing in the right cough, I've got a dose of the flu too, and I must say in advance, well, now the big moment for Mrs Eileen Hobbs of Parramatta, because Mrs Hobbs now has the chance of winning a grand total of $4,700 in cash and prizes, providing she can pick the right card off the board behind me, the card which carries the number of the Holden Tirana. Now, you tell me you've never been to a game of rugby league in your life?
Never.
Well, that's amazing. And do you follow the game, you know, simply from sitting at home?
On TV.
Mm-hmm.
But I just work it out from that.
And how many entries did you have in this competition?
I had about 20.
And you told me you've been in most of them up to this point.
I've been in nearly every one of them.
Mm-hmm. Well, you're feeling sort of sick and sorry in one sense, but rather excited in another. You've got a very bad dose of flu, but let's face it, you've won $500 for coming on, and now you've got the chance of winning all that extra money, another $2,200 extra. Okay. Now, you come from Parramatta, but I'm not going to try and talk you into the Parramatta Club for the card off the board. Which one would you like to go for on the board behind me? The big decision, because one of them carries a Holden Tirana.
I think we'll take Parramatta.
Go for Parramatta.
Come for Parramatta.
Okay. Well, Parramatta, Mrs Hobbs, is number 15. And we'll see which prize you've won in the lucky envelope. Number 15. Well, I wish you luck, Mrs Hobbs, because you certainly deserve it. Well, I'm sorry, it's not the car, so therefore it's not the jackpot. You've won an Astor 11-inch portable television set.
Oh, that's very nice, anyway.
So that's something else for your home, and something else to watch rugby league on, because you can go in the competition again, you know. We've had one chap been on twice.
Yes.
You'll be in it again, that's a promise,
I'll go right through with it. I might get the car after all.
Well, I hope you do. Okay, Mrs Hobbs, thanks very much for coming on. You've got $500, but now, of course, another $200 goes onto the jackpot. So next week we're up to $4,900 for the Channel 10 Daily Mirror Spot the Ball competition. So we'll tell you how to get your entry in just a moment. Let's go back to the action.